Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's reading. So, today we're going to do the reading for Leos for the month of April of 2022. Once again, this reading is going to be for Leos for this month of April 2022. I do want to apologize in advance as you can probably tell my voice is a little off, and allergies and colds are really kicking my butt here. Nine of Cups. This card not want to get picked up, so there's wishes coming true. You're really feeling very what's the new term now? Saucy. Feeling very saucy. Really. You're feeling emotionally. I want to say self-fulfilled. It could be that, but it's good. It's a good feeling. You're feeling good. Wishes are coming true. You got good things coming your way. You may be single, or you just may be feeling good in whatever your position or situation in life is at this point in time. I've been moving forward to calmer waters, especially in the mind, with the way you think, possibly even changing the way you communicate. Um, Swords that has to do with your with the mind and even with communication sometimes. So that is it's pretty cool. I like it. Great. Leos. Definitely. Oh, look at that. You're there too. Yes, Leos. You are all up in your energy and I love it. Go ahead and feel yourselves. Give yourselves that pat on the back. I think you guys deserve it. You've been going through some rough patches, and when you're feeling good, go for it. Okay. um I do have my cup of tea here. So I might go to it if my throat starts to get messy. There's commitments, love. Who are you planning to, ask to marry you, or who's coming your way for that commitment? Either relationship, they're finally going to make it official, like you're going to be a couple, or an engagement, possible marriage, a partnership, possibly in business, if it has nothing to do with that. Okay, I'm going to do a 5-card spread, as if I haven't already looked at enough cards as we're going through this. Why am I putting it? I don't know. I'm looking at it crazy because it's like everybody else's cards upright, so I see already what's going on. And for you guys, that's not the case. It's all down, and there's a reason. And the reason is because we need to focus on this. There have been some transformations, some changes in your life, right? So parts of you that were probably, like I said, you've been going through some stuff, right? So now you're feeling like, I don't know if it's the energy. I don't know if it's, what's going on in the cosmos, right? What with so many things going on. The conjunction of Neptune and Jupiter, the two planets, the Pluto and Pisces, the full moon coming up. There's so many things. Astrologically speaking, we just had something major too not that long ago. We just had a new moon a couple weeks ago. If you're into the astrology, new moons is the best time for manifestations. Full moons are the best time for releases. Does that mean that you can't do your manifestations or releases? No, it doesn't. What it means is you're going to do what's right for you. But, that's kind of like what the pattern is. So what does that mean for you? That means that throughout all these things that have been going on, you've been going through a lot of changes. Part of it is because it's kind of not kind of, but part of it is because it's meant for you to go through, and other things are because you come to the realization and understanding that you need to not mess with what's not in your best interest, right? So, and I say that too because it just reminds me of what I like to say in pretty much all of my videos is, my intention here is to guide you. I hope to give you some clarity, if a possible confirmation on what it is that, you kind of already know. But in the end, you have to make the decisions that benefit you the most, because if you don't, who will? And so this is the kind of thing, and it took a lot of changes, a lot of transformation within you. We have 10 of Pentacles. So these transformations, these changes that have happened in your life have to do with family. I don't want you to, I don't really look at the death card as there was an actual death. There is a possibility, right? Could have been a death in the family, and if it is, my condolences. But if that's not your case, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to die. It's just that death is like a period of transformation, a period of changes within you, physical level, spiritual level, and in your life, things that have been going on. So this is your overall under energy because it's at the bottom of the deck. So these changes have been going on in career, in finances, family, your home, things that have to do with your stability and your security in life, things that have to do with your domestic affairs, basically, right? So that's all of that: the home, the family, the work, the career, finances, even health wise. There's been changes that you've had to make health wise. Now, I'm not really one for reading health, um, only because I don't know how to attribute it all yet, but that is a possibility. I think with this being related to physical affairs, I think that would be appropriate at that time, for this time. And you could have been possibly committed. You opened up, you committed to someone, okay? Or someone committed to you. Or there's some sort of mentorship going on. It could be a sort of like a spirit. You've met with your spiritual guides, that is too, because this is the Hierophant, the high priest. So this could be, again, like I said, like this could mean a commitment, like a marriage of some sort. And or I thought we saw this too while I was shuffling, right? So here he is again. So there's definitely, if um this is the bottom of the deck is usually referring to what's already happened. So these are things that have happened. You've had a lot of changes in your life, and it looks like they've been good ones. You have the High Priestess. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. Look, the High Priestess, so this is like this is the one time and all this time that I have reading cards and putting videos up, that I can say this for me, because we have the High Priest and the High Priestess. This is definitely like you may have actually found your twin, right? Because it's such a higher level relationship. It's not just based on the physical attractions and how you finish each other's sentences. I'm just trying to give examples, and I do apologize, they may not be the best, but it is what it is for the moment. This is a relationship that not only is compatible in the 3D in the real world aspect, but it's also compatible on the spiritual aspect. So you're both very in tune, you're both very spiritual. I kind of wonder who this is for. This is really, and look, the Lovers is right behind it. It's just supporting. This is really higher, high. Like, I don't even know what level we're talking about here. Okay. Yeah. It could be too, let's say if you are single, you may have met your spirit guides. I just don't feel like that's what that is, but it could be. That could be another possibility. But this is something. There was a rough patch before. There was a time of having to go deep within and really figuring yourself out, right? On so many different levels. Yes, on a spiritual level. Yes, you needed to reconnect and do what you needed to do in order to come out of this mindset, in order to come out of this physical excuse me, in order to come out of this physical state of being, right? Whichever that is. Maybe lack of funding because of, you know, it probably didn't have work, didn't have may have lost a job. You may have lost a home. Well, anything could have happened as related to stability, security that was taken away, and that you may have lost. But now, decisions were made. A family could have been broken, you know. There were arguments. There were like I'm going back. I'm going a little like we have the Hermit, right? What was the last card? Nine of Cups. Like I'm just trying to Knight of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So there was a heartbreak. You know, there was a heartbreak. There were because you have the Two of Cups, Five of Cups. So there's, no need to really go that far back, but I'm just gonna leave this here. So if we need to refer to them, we can and we will. But you may have met your counterpart, and I know this is very specific because I don't think I've ever gotten the high priest and the high priestess together, the hierophant and the high priestess together. So this is a very blessed union, a very blessed partnership, and getting together. This is on a completely different level, Leo. So I'm very like I'm proud of you guys, but it's just more than that. It's like whoever this Leo is, I'm so super thrilled and excited. This part of the reading has this reading, I don't care, has just made my day. Like, oh, I'm so happy. I love it when good things happen to people. If anything, I'll just pray for it to continue because we have enough crazy crap going on in the world. So let's get on to, and that's just the overall underall energies. Let's get into the actual spread. We have the Four of Swords and the King of Swords. So Leos, you could have been dealing with a air sign. Excuse me. A Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, right? Or this could be you. But there was a need for rest. There was a need for taking a break. There was a need for walking away for a moment and to rethink, to use your sense of discernment, to reprioritize, reorganize, re-strategize, to really strategize, plan, and figure out how to really communicate out there. Because King of Swords, for me, he is the great strategist. And in order to be the great strategist, you need to have planned out strategically and in a very calculated way what you're going to do. And in order to do that, that also requires how you're going to communicate, how this is going to be presented, right? So you took a break, you needed a moment in order to be able to clear your mind and almost get like a fresh pair of mental eyes, so to speak, so that way you have that clarity and you have that ability to almost like see things from a new perspective, which kind of goes along also with the Death card, a need for a change of perspective, right? That could have been part of the transformation. Not just in the way you see things, but the way you process it, the way you're thinking about it. The way you were going about it probably was not very effective. And it goes with the Eight of Pentacles, which means it's probably related to work. So there was a need to use your sense of discernment when it comes to working. Like, perhaps you wanted to partner up, but it was probably better if you went at it solo for a minute. Really focus. Maybe you need to go back to school. Maybe that's a decision that you need to make. Oh, I'm getting ready to tie up my hair. Maybe or a need for you to focus on work. If it hasn't happened just yet, it's for this reason. I need to focus on work. I need to kind of like get out of your head for a moment. So you can revisit it, but don't take too long. This is short. This is a very short period, right? And then come back as that King of Swords so you can really strategize what it is that you want to do. Then we have the Hangman. Okay, I almost thought it was in reverse for a second there. The Hangman. So this is, and although you're working on your work, you're also there really is a new need for you to change your perspective. Now this card is ruled by Pisces, so if you're looking to see who you're dealing with, it could be a Pisces. We do have the Death card, which is ruled by Scorpio. We have a lot of Earth, so strongly emphasized with the Hierophant. Oh yeah, so strong Pisces, strong Taurus, strong Gemini too, what with the Lovers card being here. All right, so you could be dealing with Gemini, you could be dealing Pisces, um, Taurus, strong Taurus, what with the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles that we have here too. Scorpio, could be Libra, Aquarius as well, but it's strong Gemini, what with the Lovers that we saw there. And here we have Pisces again. So you could be dealing with Pisces, or you could have Pisces in your chart, right? This might be something you need to deal with. So, being that you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess in your as part of the overall underall energy, I really think that there may be a need for you to kind of like ground yourself once again, and take a moment and make sure that you're following through with with your prayers, with your meditation. Kind of, I say this in every video, but I just think it's just something that we need to do, because sometimes we get caught up in our daily lives and we don't do it. And I know I do it a little too often. I really need to get myself on a routine of some sort. But there's also a need for you to kind of sit down a moment and maybe look at things from a different angle. Like you're working on a plan. You're working on whatever it is, the next move, and you're working very hard at it and diligently. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to get your readings out though. But there may be a need to rethink the direction that you're going in. Like, is this the best way to do it, or is there another way to do it? Maybe another way that might be more simpler, because sometimes we complicate our lives a little bit more than what we need to, and it's usually the simplest things, and we go and we do extra. And that's fine. That's part of who you are, especially as a fire sign. We can be extra, and that's fine. But in certain things we need to, especially with whatever it is that you're working towards, you may need to take a moment and maybe pull back and not do so much, but rather focus on a specific thing, and maybe even change the angle that you're looking at things from, right? And then last but not least is the Four of Wands. So you're undecided. Do you want this union or not? Maybe not if you want the union, but maybe what kind of union do you want? Or maybe you're worried, you're I don't want to say afraid, but that could be it. You could be concerned. Why am I itchy? I'm itchy everywhere now. My ears are itchy. Oh my goodness. So Leos, you have the Four of Wands. 1 second. You have the Four of Wands here. So I think you're wondering about how to bring this union together more than anything. You're trying to strategize how can you make this work, or what can it do? Like, you found your person, you have your person, right? You guys are together, you're in communication, you're connecting not only on the physical level but also on the spiritual level. But it's also like, okay, so we're working I'm working, they're working, we're all working hard, but how do we bring this all together is more of what I'm getting. Like, how can we unite ourselves and create a united front, uh, how can you make this happen? All right. And a lot of people like to say with the Four of Wands, not only is a union card, it's the 11-11 cards, and you can see that there with the rods, right? They look like 11-11 on each side. So these are, let's take a look at why the Hangman. What is it that has you in this? I want to put these here. I don't want to leave them. I don't want to take those just yet. So, how are you going to make it happen? manifestation, right? We got the magician here. How are you going to make this union come together? One more card, please, and thank you. You have a great number of major arcana, so this is definitely victory. So you are going to have victory. You have all the tools in order to make this happen. It's just putting it all together, maybe looking at things from a different perspective so that you can unite together. You may need to speak with your person in order for this to be successful. Two heads are better than one. Um, if you are single and you're going through this, to me, it's just more of like a connection with you and your spirit guides, right? So there's that. You could be um, in the on the 3D plane, like in the reality of our daily lives. You may have partnered up with someone, like you are very knowledgeable and like with the high priest, what with the high priestess and the hierophant. I feel like Leos would be more the high priestess, and the other person, the mentor, the guide, is the hierophant. So not that you're any lesser, but you are a high priestess in your own right, whether it's in your spiritual practice, whether it's in your daily life. Like you hold a position, and in your work, in your home, whatever that may be, in school, whatever that position is, you are extremely knowledgeable, and you're able to give out information. You're able to let people know what's going on because of your knowledge and experience and expertise in that field, right? So whatever it is that you're going through, you want to reach the next level. So there's a need for a guide in order to really connect, not just connect, but also know what the next steps are and how to go about it so you can reach this hierophant level. And so with the lovers here, this is kind of emphasizing even more, or rather the lovers is emphasized with the hangman, that need of having to make a decision to come out of that limbo. And how are you going to do that? And the best thing is to be united, or to find a guide or a mentor of some kind, and that would benefit you the most. All right, Leos, that was pretty cool. That was interesting. I like it. You really did make my day with this reading. So let's see what advice we have for our Leos for this month of April. August is important. I was about to say August, but it's April. Maybe it's just the two A's, but I think August is important. um there might be something going on then. What advice do we have for our Leos this month of April 2022? August wanted to come out, so definitely August. Whatever you're working on, you're probably with the guide, with your guide, with your mentor, on whatever level that may be, whatever aspect of your life that may be, or this new relationship, things are really the connection, the union is probably going to finally take off in August. In the meantime, you have to work and strategize and plan. Do your due diligence. All right, we have movement and moonlight. Okay, movement. So you got to keep moving forward. Don't stay stuck. You may need a little mental break if you haven't had one yet, but you got to continue moving, and in order to really see through any confusion that there may be, right? So it is focused on the moonlight. So whatever it is that you're kind of unsure about, you are going to receive these answers. And what with with the Hierophant and the High Priestess here, be you may be having those vivid dreams. I would pay close attention, write them down as soon as you get an opportunity, so you can go back to them and kind of study them to better understand what you think that dream was meant to let you know. Excuse me. We're almost at the end. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to read from the book 26 Deep. Nope. 28. That's movement. You're in a time of positive forward motion. This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage. Remember, we saw the Hermit too in the very beginning. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. And I did mention fear. Um, so there is a bit of a fear, which is probably why you're in that limbo state. But you're going to be fine. What's number 51? Moonlight. Your intuition allows you to go beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places seem that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Yeah. All right, and so in case you're interested, this is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards deck. I like this one. Um, Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, a tinkling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. So, again, if you're having these dreams, if you're seeing your signs or synchronicities, definitely pay attention to them, acknowledge them, and it will help to guide you in the direction you need to go in order to gain that victory. Okay. All right, my dear Leos, I appreciate the opportunity for reading for you, and I look forward to reading for you the next time. And good luck for this month. Definitely keep pushing forward. Until next time, bye.